What is up, everybody? Welcome to the OMG's channel, the only channel on Twitch that has 5 guys on one channel coming from 3 different time zones. And it's a very special stream today. We have the one and only Poxonlox, the #1 Canadian streamer in the world of our sit. And let's just get into it. Let's just get in here. I want to introduce everybody right before we do that. We got Swoop, we got Stony, we got Calder, we got Iceman, and I'm of course Veritas. Look at that beautiful face with the
Look at that guy there.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Everybody, give a warm welcome to the newest OMG fan, Poxonlox. Let's go.
Dude, thanks for coming in, Pox.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Dude.
I'm actually not the newest OMG's fan. I'm the #1 OMG's fan.
Thank you. Yeah, get it right.
We're starting beef already.
My bad. Sorry, guys.
Love it. Right on. I love it.
Dude.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's so good to have you here, man. Really do appreciate your time and just have you here. It's mind blown right now about this. This is great.
Dude, it's awesome. Like I said before we started, like, I love what you guys do. I love your streams. I mean, not that I am the actually the #1 fan, but I like what you guys do. I love the process, and I just think it's so cool to have all 5 of you in one stream. It's dope. So it's a pleasure to be on here.
Thank you, man. Obviously, we're all fans of yours, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
thanks, guys.
Yeah, you put out awesome content. You're a great player, dude. You're constantly setting the bar high. It's way too high for us, but we'd still watch and try to pick out what we can, dude.
Yeah, I hope you can get something out of it.
Oh, I steal your room setups all the time, and I do a setup thing on Sundays, and I steal your setups because they're fantastic.
Nice.
Yours and Athena's, yeah, and try to teach them to each other, so we can try to do them. Not always the easiest, but definitely awesome setups, and they work too. They work great.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we try our best to do them. But it's only, we can only watch a video one time.
Yeah.
And Swoop's like, great, here you go. Let's go. And they're like, okay. And then the funny thing is we prep so much. We prep 30 minutes of our stream to do this, right? And then we go into ranked games, and the map never gets frickin' picked. So it's
Never.
Yeah, of course.
It's terrible. So, chat, we have a bot going on in there. If you have any questions for Pox, be sure to use your channel redemptions for the highlight my message. That way we can catch you, because chat is just popping right now, just blowing up. And thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We're so excited to have you here with us. And we love each and every one of you. You guys are so awesome. So be sure to do that. So who wants to go with the first question? Anybody?
I'll take one, dude. It's easy questions for you, Pox. These are all
Nice.
easy questions, bro. Yeah, nothing hard.
I'm
dude.
so nervous, bro. I don't remember last time I took a test.
Dude, not even that. These are ones you should know.
There will be a
Like,
test at the end
I
of
was
the night.
curious, how'd the unicorn come about? How'd you pick the unicorn as your symbol, man?
Yeah.
How'd that
Okay. Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, a lot of people ask me this. I feel like I've answered a million times, so I just literally don't even answer it anymore. But for you guys, of course I will
Thank you.
answer it. So, how did the unicorn come about? So I was in my last year of high school, and my friend and I were gonna go skiing the next day, but we were going shopping the day before. So we went to the mall, and we saw these onesies there. And we're like, dude, it'd be so funny if we got these onesies and wore them on the ski hill. So we got the onesies, and then we forgot to bring them the next day. So I just had this unicorn onesie, and I was like, dude, what am I gonna do with this? So one day I was like, let's wear it on stream. The stream will love that. So I wore it on stream, and it just became a thing where I would do these Sunday fun days where I'd wear the onesie and play games with viewers and stuff. And at the time, I had less than 1,000 followers, so it was super great.
Yeah.
Very intimate streams, Meanwhile, I'm wearing this onesie the whole time, so it just became the brand of the stream, because at the time I didn't really have a brand, so it became the unicorn thing, and then I eventually stopped wearing it. I haven't worn it in years, but yeah, that's where it came from. I got a unicorn tattoo now, and
What? Nice, dude.
Nice. Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
Ever think about a throwback Thursday?
Every now and then, yeah, I think about it. I don't know. It's so hot. Like it's so hot in that thing, and like in my office, there's literally a vent like right above my desk, so it just gets so hot in
Yeah.
here. So I don't know. Maybe at some point, either that or I could just open the winter. It is Canadian winter, so open the window. Sorry, not open the winter. Open the window.
You ski or snowboard?
I ski. Yeah.
Heck yeah, dude.
That's where it
Right
is.
on, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I kind of want to learn to snowboard. I think it'd be fun.
It is.
But
Wiped
see.
out way more when I've tried
yeah,
to
for sure.
snowboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see that.
Your butt gets a little bit more sore for a little while, but after that, you're good to go. Yeah. Dude, have you set any goals for 2023? And if so, like, what are they? Because you're topping the
Goals.
charts already. You're smashing stuff.
Oh,
dude.
I'm topping the
So,
charts. Wow.
You are, man. You're doing
Okay.
great. You're just on fire this year
Yeah.
already. You know.
I don't know. I think the best type of goals for me at least is like just goals that are small, but things you can do like every day. So like everyday goals. So just, you know, make a schedule, follow the schedule, like go to the gym, like just being like disciplined and actually like getting the stuff done that I want to get done, rather than like these big goals of like, oh, hit 1 million subscribers or hit 100,000 or whatever. It's just I like to focus on the small details. So whether that's, you know, make sure a video is like as good as I think I can possibly make it before I upload it or whatever, just like put in that little extra effort. So in terms of goals, that's kind of what I focus on instead of like the
Smart.
big goals that I don't know, I guess like mean less in a way. Like even on the way to 100,000 subscribers, I was at like 80 or 85. I was like, okay, well, I know I'm going to get it. So I don't really care anymore. So it's like before I even get to the goal, like it feels like I've accomplished the goal. So it's like, I don't know. They don't do much for me. So I prefer just to stick to like the little stuff, I guess.
Nice.
An
Yeah.
elephant one bite at a time, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
Yeah.
That's the best way to go, because then you're constantly moving forward. You get frustrated if you set it too big and you don't hit it. You know?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's the way to go, for sure. Dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to steal them the whole time. Anybody else got any questions? I got a bunch more. I'll jump in any second.
Oh,
We have
well,
proof of glucose,
we
mate.
yeah,
Yeah.
go for it. Read it off there, man.
What was your first Rainbow Six game? Was it Siege or did you start earlier?
It was Siege. Yeah, it was Siege. I actually didn't know it was a whole like I didn't even know what Tom Clancy was until I played Siege enough that like literally one Christmas I got like the Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six book for Christmas. I was like, oh, nice, thanks. I'm
Wow.
literally never gonna read this, but
Yeah.
but it was like kind of
Yeah.
cool to be like, oh, that's cool. Like at that point, I knew about the books, but yeah, Siege was the first one, and then I was kind of like, oh, there were all these other games. I'm assuming you guys played the older games maybe before Siege.
You could just, yeah,
You
of
noticed
course.
the gray in there?
Yeah. You see that? Yeah. They didn't have any
Yeah,
other games when I started.
Talking like
Yup.
Nintendo 64. And...
So if like did all you guys play? So if you guys played the other ones, did you like get Siege knowing like, oh, like we got to get like the new Tom Clancy game, or was it more like, oh, this game looks kind of cool?
I think
It was,
you know,
yeah.
we played a bunch of stuff before then. Like Iceman and I have known each other for a long time. We used to play Halo like it was nobody's business. And you know, as soon as E3 came out with the trailer for Siege, like we just looked at each other and said, "This is going to be a game that's going to be around for a long time."
Yeah.
Just that whole thing. I'm like, I'm pre-ordering it. I don't care how long it takes. I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. And
Dang.
Right.
and we've been with it ever since. And you know, we've always been terrible ever since too.
So you got the game when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right when it came out.
And that is. We need to be making more progress here, boys. Like, come on.
Dude, we had
We're almost
we had a
over.
buddy.
Right.
Yeah, we had a buddy whose symbol is on our screen down there on the bottom right, and Samurai, and he was basically, he's the one who brought our whole kind of squad together and how we all met each other in the first place. And he always wanted to do something like this, but he passed away suddenly right
Oh,
before
sorry
we were
to
going to play one day. Yeah. And so these guys continued on, and in his honor, they started it finally. And so, and he was funny, and it was always us just bagging on each other, dude. Right? Like,
Yeah.
what the hell are you still doing outside? Like, oh, Samurai was always outside in the last 30 seconds. Dude, like,
Get the
he's
fucking
like, how
building.
yeah, dude, you know, like it was just us just bagging. So that turned
Nice.
into the stream basically, and we basically do the same thing all day long. That's kind of our bread and butter. Is we're just busting each other's chops. Like now we got Calder, and he pays attention to the chat more than any of us, right? Which we need because I get all head down into the game, all try hard, even though I suck. I'm still trying to win, right? And Calder's sitting on the stairs like talking to chat, and we're like, "You're the last one alive! Like get in there!" He's, we'll like turn around, take off running. Just it's kind of hard to get super good when we're all kind of all over the place. And
Yeah.
we don't play a ton, but it is our goal to always get better.
That's
Like
good.
constantly striving to get better. If we just played a little bit more, we would be right where we need to be or want to be. Never at your level, dude. You guys just have fast fingers, man. And you're on the PC. We're on console. We're console
true.
peasants.
Yeah,
you know.
it's a lot harder
And
on
you guys
console.
are dead on with your mouse, man. You got
Yeah.
3-4 people. I watch you do terrorist hunts, man, and you fly through them. You'll be like, "Oh, I'm only doing headshots."
This is a warm up.
doing
It's
terrorist
just a
hunts.
warm up, man.
Yeah,
They're usually
yeah.
bad. They're usually bad.
Nice. That's fun.
Yeah.
Looks
It
like we
works good,
had,
man.
Like we had another question from Rel. He's wondering what motivated you to start up Twitch.
Oh, wow.
Filming.
I don't even know. Like I've always been into well I've always ever since I was a kid, like this is a weird question because I haven't even thought about it for so long.
Mhm.
When I was probably like, dude, I want to say like 8, 10, like I'm watching like all the like OG phase guys being like living in the house together and like making content. I'm like, man, that's the coolest thing ever.
nice.
Like, the same way like a lot of kids these days are like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber or whatever. It was like that, but like I got on the train early enough, I guess.
Yeah.
The problem was I had like garbage internet until I was like 15. So I'm like, I can't even play online, let alone stream.
Yeah.
So like I'm going over to my friend's house just to like bum their internet to play Call of Duty online and like for years. And then I really wanted to go all in on content, but I couldn't at my parents' house. So I literally moved to my grandma's house just to start streaming. Just because I just wanted to do it, but I don't know what drove me to do that. I guess just like I loved video games so much and I just wanted to like just make videos, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. I saw a picture of you saying goodbye to your grandma's shower curtains on Instagram when you were ready to move out.
Yeah.
You're gonna miss these things, you know.
Yeah, that was
nobody puts flair on stuff like grandma's, dude. That's for sure.
That was a whole that was a whole tour. Like I moved in there and moved out and moved back in and moved somewhere else and moved back in there. Like
Did you have a lot of
now I'm good.
support?
Yeah,
Or was
for
it
sure.
like you had to struggle and prove to people it could be done, you know?
Well, I mean, there's always like the people that are like, oh, whether like there's always people
Always.
being like, what's this guy doing? But for the most part, I mean, my parents are super supportive. Even my friends, my grandma, like literally all the people that I cared about at least were supportive about it. So that is actually like just like a major help because
Yeah.
like I was gonna go to university and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to like go pro. Like basically the first goal was like go pro and stream to like get recognition. So it was like I was gonna start streaming, get recognition, like people would realize that I'm good at the game. Nobody thinks I'm good. At least the pros. So that didn't work out. So it kind of changed course. But like streaming content was always a thing before I wanted to go pro. That was like what I wanted to do. And like I've had YouTube channels, so many. Sorry, I don't even remember what the question was.
Just
But-
if you had support or not.
Oh
starting out.
yeah. So so I was gonna go to university, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I dropped out of university before even going. Lived with my grandma for a year. It went like nowhere. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll like try school. Took computer science, and I was like, yeah, this sucks. So I did that for 1 year. I had 1 year at Carleton, and then dropped out of that. Got a job. So I worked at like a phone store. I was like a manager at a phone store, sold phones for a year and had my own apartment that I streamed from. And then moved out of that, moved back in with my grandma. So there's the support coming in. She was like, yeah, sure, you can come live with me. Like, cause she was planning on moving out. And she didn't end up moving out for another year, which is why I stayed there for like a year. And then she was going to be moving. So I moved out, and then my parents were like, you can come live with us. So I went and lived with my parents again. And then of course I couldn't stream. So I was like, man, what am I going to do? So I took to TikTok and became a professional Rainbow Six player.
Nice.
Heck yeah,
And
dude.
then
Oh,
everything
yeah.
everything went from there.
Dude, that's
So-
awesome, man.
Funny
But
how
yeah.
that
To
works.
add on
Huh?
to that question, did you just start saying that you were a professional Rainbow Six Siege player, and just everyone was like, "Yep, okay, let's
Yeah.
No,
or was it just, like,
I'll tell you all the
progress?
secrets right here. So basically I was in Challenger League, right?
Yeah.
And most people don't know this story, so this is kind of fun to tell. This is
Nice.
fun. This is great. Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely.
Dude, no, thanks for
dude.
being here. Our
Yeah.
pleasure.
So,
Thanks, man. Yeah.
So yeah, so I was like gonna start on TikTok. I was in Challenger League, but when we qualified for Canadian Challenger League of all the leagues, in the rule book it said it was like a professional league. So I was like, oh, we're in a professional league, like we're professional players, guys, like as a joke. And then went to North American Challenger League, blah 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 blah, and then stopped doing that. And I was like, well, like technically I'm a professional Rainbow Six player, so I like started saying it, but then instantly everyone's pissed. Like I was like, who are you? You're not a professional, you suck, like all that stuff, which was perfect because it boosted the algorithm. Like all these
Yeah.
comments just launched my videos into freaking orbit. So then my videos just like literally went from like having like 1,000 views and to like 50,000 on the first video I posted had like 50,000 views. And I was like, this is crazy. And then like a couple later had like 200,000 views, and I was like, what is happening? But I think it was also just like that kind of content wasn't like on TikTok at all. Like nobody really did like these quick like
Yeah.
site setups or like these like tips and tricks for the game. And now you see like everybody doing it, right? Like everybody's a professional Rainbow Six player on TikTok now, or
Yeah,
like
right.
you know, or they're Diamond 1 or whatever. Like everybody's doing it. So I think like
Oh.
content's really evolved since then, which is cool.
Yeah.
It's cool to see.
We have another question. We just wanted to put this up there before. So did we get to Jarrell's question, everybody? Question.
We got
was, what
Jarrell's. We're up
motivated
to
you
Jack. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, guys. What are your favorite, or what are your least favorite operators or maps? And I think Clash was the big one. That you, or at least that's what you put on your channel. I don't know if that's changed since then.
Yeah.
or not.
Always changing.
I don't know. I don't like
Yeah.
have I don't have favorites. Like it's always like I just play the game and I play whoever and I make content out of it. So it's like
Yeah.
it's hard to like be like, oh, I'll never play this character when you're a content creator.
True.
In terms of like even with maps, it's like yeah, there's some I prefer to play, but it just really depends on the mood I'm in, depends on the day. Like Outback and Emerald Plains, like I don't love them, but
Ugh.
I would play them, but the problem is like everyone I play with hates them. So it's like, okay, well, I'm not gonna like force you to play these maps. Like I don't care that much because I'm not like obsessed with them. But operators, I mean, I don't know, like Ella, I guess. Ella's pretty annoying, like when you get hit by the mines and you can't hear anything. But even then, I don't know. It's not that deep, but it's whatever. I'm pretty chill in terms of operators and maps.
What's it like for you
With
going to
Stadium.
one of the tournaments? Oh, sorry.
What's that, sorry?
What's it like for you going to one of the tournaments, man? What's that like? I mean, that's something we'll probably never do. So,
Oh, like the Challenger League tournaments and stuff.
yes, dude.
I mean, I think
How's that?
let's talk about there was one tournament which was Canada Nationals, which this one was crazy. This was sick. This was the first time I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever done, you know? Which is great. It's a great feeling. But
You're right.
it was intense. Like I remember I was so like this is when I was just like I wanted to go pro, right? So I was just grinding like to be better and to like make sure my team was ready and like get all the strats ready. So I was just like blasting out sheets of strategies to like force my teammates to learn, and like while at the same time I'm like being the in-game leader, so I'm telling everyone exactly what they need to do in order for the strategy to work properly. But then it like pays off and you win the game, and we like made to Canada Nationals, and I was like, oh my gosh, this was like it was
Wow.
just the coolest thing ever, right?
Yeah,
And then
that's
like
cool.
yeah, so Ubisoft like flew us all down to Toronto to shoot like it was like a promo for it for our team, and it was like all of us being like looking tough, and like it was really sick actually the way it turned out.
Nice.
But we did that, and then they flew us all back, and then they flew us all back to Toronto again for the event, and it was like it was nuts. It was like so cool, and we stayed in like super nice hotels, and I was just like, man, this is nuts. But like leading up to that, the pressure of all the tournaments was just like, it's just an adrenaline rush, man. It's just like, it's extreme, but it's a
can
video
imagine.
game, so it's like I don't know. It's hard to explain to like everyday people, like people that don't play video games. It's so hard to explain, but like gamers know. Like, you know, when you're in that 1v1 clutch and you win it, and like that's your game for the rank up, like, and it's overtime match point, like you're freaking out, you know?
Yeah.
So it's
for
like
sure.
that to the
Oh, yeah.
extreme. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I know how
I'm
you
probably
feel.
gonna have a stroke on stream at some point. My heart is just on fire sometimes, dude.
Yeah.
Like 1v3 and you pull it out, or not even that. Just
Yeah.
I'm old, you know. I don't know how much longer I can take it, dude. You know, but I couldn't imagine doing that on that big of a scale, you know, where
Yeah.
it really matters, you know.
Yeah.
We lose when I just let these guys down for a minute, you know, not a big
Yeah.
deal, but to be like, oh, this is for real, you know, God, I'd probably keel over. So yeah, props to you, man. That should be tough, you know.
Yeah. It definitely
thing you're
sucks when you
young, you can
lose
take
too.
Yeah.
Like in Challenge League, I remember we had we beat Parabellum, and Parabellum was such a good team at the time. They're like one of the best team in Challenge League. I won a 1v3 clutch to win the game 7-5, and if we made it to overtime, then we wouldn't have a chance to make the playoffs. And then we lost to like the worst team in our group, and it was like devastating. And it's just like there's so many highs, but there's so many lows at the same time. Like it just sucks, but at the same time it's awesome. But it's the whole thing, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, man.
That's who
what
you're with
keeps us-
now, right?
What's that, sorry?
You're with Parabellum now, right? So who you
Not
play with?
anymore. I was just doing content for Parabellum, but I'm not. I was done with Parabellum at the end of October last year, I think, or November. So I've been a free agent for the past few months.
Nice,
Yeah.
man.
Nice.
How do you feel
Heck yeah,
about
good
that?
place to be.
The seventh man.
Yeah.
Sorry, what? So I had
We
like
could
3
use
people
the-
talking there.
Oh, we could use a seventh man on the team if you're
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, guys. Yeah, sure. Sure.
Oh man.
Our slow controllers plug into PCs. We all have them. You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. True. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get you on the PC grind, and that'll be
Yes.
oh, jeez.
Yeah, I mean, that could be a whole year of content for you right there. Coaching,
Old
Yeah.
guys.
for
Oh my
champion.
Coaching the Dirt 4 console squad. Let's
There
go.
you
Let's
go.
go.
Now you're talking.
That sounds fun.
Be entertaining.
You let us know, Pox. I think we can open up our schedule to make that happen for you. And,
I think it
Sure.
could be good. I'll let you know. I'll keep it in mind. I'll put it on the list of ideas. How about that?
yeah,
There you
the
go.
bottom of the barrel stuff. If you don't have anything else.
Man, I'm really out of ideas here. It's
Yes.
time to hit up the OMGs.
There
the
you go.
geriatric road to gold.
All right.
There you go.
That's such a good title.
Yeah, right. Oh man.
That's good.
Nice.
Yeah, chat. Be sure to hit those questions up. Highlight the message so that way we don't miss them. You just want to say a quick shout out to everybody that's been dropping in.
Yeah, man.
Baldy, Mo, good to see you. Harry, Mama Trigger, how you doing? Jack's our 6th man hanging out.
Who is the
in
good?
Catland. Jack has a question. Thanks, Jack.
Yeah.
From a mental health perspective, what advice do you have for people in tournaments and the pressure that it can create?
Ooh. I mean, I think taking care of your mental health is super, super important if you're trying to be like a competitive gamer, especially if you're trying to make it your job or like make a living off of it, where you're spending so much time like on a computer. So in terms of like taking care of your mental health, like go to the gym, eat healthy, just like get up and move, go for walks. Like you want to move your body. Like that was a big mistake. Like I didn't do any of that stuff. Like I didn't go to the gym, and once I started going to the gym was after I stopped playing comp, and I was like, man, I should have done this way sooner. Like I feel way better. Like your mental health just skyrockets from it.
Yeah.
But it's more important than you think it is. So even if you think it's not important, and you might think you have to like put in more time or like spend that time in the like on your computer, like getting better, like you will get better by doing less in a sense. And like having better mental health is important for that.
Another question for Pox from this new chatter, Poxonlox. Who is the coolest?
Oh, was that question for me? I was wondering from you guys.
Oh,
Hey, did you fucking answer it yourself
don't
and
know,
put your own name down?
That's awesome.
Look, yeah. Someone had to answer it, and I was just the first on the drop. I was just
Word
the
on the
first.
street. Word on the street. It's Veritas. Word on the
Yeah.
street.
Yeah.
Look,
That's funny.
Fox is
Oh,
already
shit.
my favorite because he can actually pronounce my name correctly. So
Oh yeah, not Veritas.
Veritas.
Yeah, it's literally Veritas.
those
What's up, Big
saying the
Tonka?
whole
Nice.
name, it's Veritas.
Calder's chair when I go to the bathroom. Nice.
Fox, I see you. I see you every now and then on your stream. You'll friggin' slam like a thing of G Fuel, just the powder, dude.
Oh yeah.
Save me some money, all right? Because I'm not sponsored. What's the best flavor, man?
Yes.
I'm buying them. They're not cheap. What's your favorite flavor? What's your favorite flavor?
Yeah, it depends what flavor, like what kind of flavor profile you like. I mean, personally, I think Bahama Mama is definitely like
That's a
the
good one.
Bahama Mama is one of the top, just like because I think most people would like it, and it's also just I just think it's really good because it's like orangey, coconutty, pineapple kind of, but mainly just like an orange pineapple, I guess.
That's right up
That
my
one's-
alley. I'll give it a shot.
That one's that would be like my recommendation for people. If you like lemon lime like Powerade or lemon lime like Gatorade, then the PewDiePie Yozu Slash is also really good. And it's like a little calmer. It's a little bit more calm than most of the G Fuel. A lot of them are like really powerful and like sweet.
Mhm.
Just very like what it says is what it tastes like. Yeah, or hype sauce. It's like raspberry lemonade. That one's really good.
Ooh.
Okay.
Those are my top
Yeah,
three
that
for
sounds
you.
good, too.
So, do you recommend taking a shot and just mixing it in your mouth for anybody just trying it out, or just
No.
mix it with water like you should?
No, it definitely doesn't taste good. If you want to be like, oh, cool, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Not that I'm cool. I do it for entertainment. That's about it. And apparently it works because people make me do it a lot. So
It seems like it'll be pretty tart, man.
it's a
Be
popular
pretty tart.
one.
Just
Yeah,
kinda-
especially like when people like pick the sour flavors. Oh, that's the worst.
Oh Jesus. Oh,
But,
you
like-
let people pick.
Yeah, they can pick the flavor. Sometimes they'll hit the back of your throat. Oh, this happened the other day. It hit the back of my throat, and I just started like my eyes were watering, and I was like trying not to cough because I didn't want the powder to go all over my PC, and I was just like silently crying while trying to like build up enough saliva to break down the powder. Like, yeah. So anyway, yeah.
Yeah,
Super
call that
fun.
a Calder. We call that a Calder.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting for that.
Does
to
Calder
come
do
up.
that?
No.
Can you
He suffers
explain
from
it?
a syndrome. No.
No, we memed him on our own.
So,
Yeah,
Go.
they asked a question about things that would make me like tear up or whatever, and so I was answering it and answering like the end of Lord of the Rings or Good Will Hunting or stuff like that.
Nice.
And then I didn't want to use the term cry because that sounds like a baby, and so I used the term wet eye, and I flipped it and put it in slow mo and zoomed in on my face when I'm like mid eye roll, and I look so dumb. And they have it as something that they play on stream like 10 times a night. I'm a huge fan of it.
That's
Clearly.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. Wet eye.
Yep.
Yo, wet eye.
that's
You
why
couldn't- you-
redemption.
You couldn't have picked a worse words.
Yeah, I've regretted it.
That's good.
That's,
But wet eye is pretty good.
Everybody has one. I don't think we've gotten stealthy, and everybody's
No,
got
we don't.
a little thing.
It's coming. I can feel it. You can feel it
Yeah.
eventually.
It's
It's on
Something's
its
gonna
way.
happen.
it's on the way for sure.
Are you going to TwitchCon this year by any chance?
I doubt it. I don't know.
Yeah?
TwitchCon's pretty far. I'll see.
Yeah,
I
especially
haven't
from
thought
where you
about
are.
it. Also, like, I don't know. Is there anything to do at TwitchCon besides just like walk around and talk to people?
Already.
You can break your back in a foam pit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Breaking spines. Breaking
Right.
spines. It's true. I don't know.
Looking for something to do. There's that.
Yeah.
Have surgeries. Countless surgeries after that. So I mean,
Right.
if you're planning ahead.
Did you guys break your spines in the pit or what?
No.
No.
What was
There
it?
was a
Adriana.
lady.
Yeah. I did see that. I was just wondering if you guys got a bounce in there.
No,
No.
Swoop broke his in a different club.
Nice.
I was injured going down there and I didn't know it. I got hurt at work and I fractured my lower spine and I'd just been working through it for like a month. And
Jeez.
I went to that event and I was just like, I saw that and I was like, oh hell no, I ain't getting in there. I don't know if I can take it, And then I get back home and get an X-ray and find out I'm actually really hurt. And I was like, thank
Oh
God
my
I didn't go
gosh.
in that damn thing, Um,
You could have had a lawsuit.
oh,
Might have
I
been a
know,
claim.
but
You're just walking around
guess-
at the event just being like, oh, my back hurts. I don't know. Why does my back hurt?
right?
Maybe this
Yeah.
foam pit will feel nice.
Right, I'll feel better.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Tempur-Pedic.
That's
Yeah.
rough, dude. That's rough.
There's some fun stuff to do down while you're down there, but more or less we had more fun. I'd have to say, kind of rolling together even after the fact, before and after.
Yeah.
So we found. Okay, so I'll give you our first day down there we were a little uptight. We were just like, there's all these people everywhere, and you're not sure nobody knows who we are. It was like we're
Right.
still really small. We're really small at the time. We're still small, but we were really small then. And so we were kind of like, oh, what do we do? And we went around. And we just checked out all the booths and had a little good time. And then the next day, before we come back, we find this place right across the street, and I walk up on my buddies, Veritas and our six-man Jack Fry, and they're at the bar and they're ordering these fishbowl margaritas, dude, right? These
Nice.
just massive,
Hold
dude,
on,
like
hold
64
on.
ounces. Okay, I'll let you
Hold
intervene.
on a second. No, please go ahead.
Okay, so
Your story,
I
and
walk
then
up on
I'll
them, and
okay?
Jack's like, "Oh, I'll take a fishbowl," and then I see Veritas, and he's like, "Dude, I'll take one too." And then out of nowhere, I walk up on them, and I'm just like, "Dude, make that 3. Let's go," And we hit these drinks, and then we're loose, right? We're loose and having fun, right?
Yep.
Then we head into TwitchCon, and that day went really fun. We're just like we're meeting everybody. Was that the day we met Sasha Gray?
I think
Yeah,
so.
it was.
Yeah,
Is
was the
that
same
day?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
and
that day.
she's cracking jokes about being surrounded by 5 guys, and she like takes pictures with us, and it was pretty funny. So then that became like that became the thing to do before we went in, right? Like let's
yeah.
get loose and have fun. And then at nights we never met, in person except for Stony and I live close to each other, so we knew each other. But the rest of us, none of us had met.
Oh, that's
And so
cool.
getting to actually like see these bastards in person, like was
Yeah.
probably the best part. We all stayed in this big house together and hung out, and then we just partied it up each night after TwitchCon, and we'd head out and go to dinner and go to go get more drinks, and it was that part was probably the funnest part. TwitchCon
Yeah.
was great too, but the other parts were probably the best part. And we had a good time. They have that big concert at TwitchCon every year, so
Oh,
we went
cool.
inside Padre Stadium and went to that big concert, and that's where Veritas filmed me, like saying, "Get your asses down here!" Right, and that became a meme on the screen, and so we had so much fun hanging out together that we were like, we needed a reason to do that, right? We can't just always take brocations, so we were like, this made it to where we can be like, that's our reason to our families, like we're all going down there,
Right.
need to save money, we're heading down there, and we're gonna do it again this year, just because we had a good time. We tried to meet up with Atheno. He was down there, and him and Veritas were talking back and forth, but we just kept missing each other the whole weekend. We're going to say hi to him.
Damn.
Yeah. So maybe next time. But at the same time, yeah, I'd understand for you. For you, you'd have to have your own booth, and then you'd be signing stuff all
Oh
day
my
long.
God,
you'd
yeah,
probably
no.
get writer's cramp, dude.
No, I don't think so. I get like 5 people there and be like, oh my god, and it'd just be you 5 guys.
I like how humble you are, man. I love
Yeah,
how
man.
humble you are. I was gonna ask you, like, when you go out in public, does anybody bother you? Do you like try to eat dinner and they're like walking up behind you,
No.
like snapping?
No.
Like,
This is my
throwing
this is my
pictures?
standards of being famous. If you don't get recognized in public, you're not famous. And I have not once been recognized in public, so I will consider myself not famous. I mean, that being said, I don't go out in public very much, but yeah,
That
we'll
would be,
consider it.
Yeah.
that'd be one
But
way.
yeah, just you talking about like TwitchCon there, that's like the invitational, like the Rainbow Six Invitational,
Uh-huh.
which is coming up in February. Like it's the same thing. Like you just get to meet all the people you play with, and it's just the coolest experience ever because you like get to hang out with them all weekend. You know, like the event's like half of it, but then just like the hanging out and like going to have like dinner or drinks or whatever with these people is just like it's so cool to just like actually like see the person in real life.
Yeah.
So yeah, that got me even more hyped for invite.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking if you were going. I'm like, dude, we gotta hang out, dude.
I'm going to invite. I don't know about
go have some
TwitchCon, but I
drinks.
am going to Invitational.
Yeah.
Nice.
For sure.
We
Well,
Veritas
you
just
have
told
your
us
own
about
box
that the other day.
You have
Yeah.
your own charm, man. Like physical
Yes.
charm, not only like in
Oh, real life charm,
in the
yeah.
game. And those are so cool. Like I wonder, like we've wanted to go to the Invitational like when they first started doing them a couple years back, and we
Nice.
couldn't make it happen because like passports were a thing that you have to get.
Yeah,
to go
true.
there. And the timing, by the time we announced it, and like trying to put a plane ticket together and all that stuff, it was just like it's going to be $1,500 before we can make it even.
Yeah.
go, if we can get the passports to come back in time. And so
Right.
like, we didn't go that time, and then we met up with these fools, and we started, going, hey, let's stream together. And then TwitchCon came up for some weird reason, and we're
Dude,
like,
it
let's
was like a bucket
let's
list.
just go, let's go.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it was such a great experience because the stream before we did that, Squish Queenie rated us, when we're still real small time, but she rated us with like 50 some people, and it was just so fun to see her and tell us, like just the collaboration there, just the respect there was so great. And then we ended up meeting up with her at TwitchCon.
I saw the
day.
pictures. I saw the pictures of that. Yeah.
We
Nice.
gave
That's
her
cool.
a jersey, and it was just so cool. It
I was
so
like,
cool.
I think that was the first time I actually saw you guys was on Squish's Twitter, and I was like, who are these old men? But I saw the jerseys, and I was like, I want a freaking jersey.
yeah.
And then I like looked at your stuff, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Yeah, but yeah,
All right, Pox, here's the deal.
what's up?
You get us your size, and we'll send you a jersey. I'm just saying, let's get it done.
All right, and
Yeah.
I'll send you
Yeah,
the
man, for sure.
Poxonlox charms.
That'd be awesome,
yeah.
dude.
Look at that, guys. Look
We
at
will
that.
rock
Trade.
Wow.
We'll trade.
Yep.
Okay,
We rock all your charms on our guns too, by the way. In,
That's
in
so cool.
R6. Yeah.
That's
for
one
sure.
thing that's really cool. Is like sometimes I do see people using the charm, and I'm like, let's freaking go. It's like the coolest feeling ever. Like my friend Giddy was just playing in the invitational quals, and they played against SSG, and they beat SSG in the winners bracket, and then they end up losing to them. But he was using my charm the whole time, and I just like every time he popped on the screen, I was like, oh my god, like Giddy's using my charm against SSG right now, and he beat him. Like, let's go.
Well, instant win. It should be an instant win with that charm on there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they lost. Yeah, so I felt like personally responsible a little bit, but
I don't know about you guys, but once I put that charm on my gun, I feel like I was that much better.
Right. It's like the new extended barrel. It adds like 15 hit points.
Right.
you
most
know,
people
like,
do
right
say
off
that.
the
Most people do say that. So I don't know.
bat.
Haven't had any
Yeah.
bad reviews on it. Just saying.
Yeah, right.
Dude, I mean, how stoked? I'm sure you were, but like that's not easy. Did they call you? Do you call them? How the heck do you get your own charm? Like, right?
Yeah.
How's that work?
Rainbow Six Game messaged me on Twitter, and they're like, "Hey, you've been considered for a charm. Like, email us here." And I was like, "Rainbow Six Game messaged me on Twitter." I was like, "Holy crap!" And then yeah, they just emailed them and sent them my logo, and they made it all happen.
Dude,
Wow.
it's badass, man.
Cool.
That's
Congratulations
how
on that, by the way.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's how.
Yeah,
when you
100%.
started following us on Twitter, like I was like, holy crap, Pox is following us back. Like this is huge. And we were talking
Yeah.
about doing these types of conversation streams with other streamers just to kind of get to know people and really build the community up a little bit more. And I reached out. I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna shoot my shot. If he says no, it's not a big thing. But like if he says yes, holy crap. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it for sure.
Yeah, and I sent you that message and you responded, and I instantly FaceTimed everybody. Like I didn't. My mouth was this like I could not speak, and they're just like, "What are you talking? Like, what are you doing?" And I sent them a screenshot of like me messaging you, and everyone was like, What's going on?" And then I'm like, "Look at the phone!" And it was just like,
Right.
"Oh crap, we got Pox to come on the show." It's
That's
Yes,
cool.
sir.
we're just so jazzed, man, that you're here with us just to spend time with us. This has been one of those things that we wanted to do for a while and have it on our bucket list, and we just to grace us with your presence is just really great for us, and we really do appreciate that.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm happy to be here. I definitely want to get to know you guys. Just you look like a fun gang.
Yeah, man.
You know,
That's all we got going for us, man.
I think
You know?
That's it.
Yeah.
everybody's got something special. So
Yeah, I think our looks went out the door about 10 years ago, so
I
we got
Yeah.
jokes.
don't know. He looks pretty good on the screen to me.
No, you're the man. You're the man.
Looks like
Earlier- Go ahead.
sorry. Looks like Lady Dragon was asking if it was an actual story to Poxonlox.
Yeah, your
Oh.
name.
Yeah, there's a bit of a story, I suppose. Originally, my first online gamer tag, I was like 6 or 7, was on RuneScape, like old school RuneScape before it was called old school RuneScape. That's how you know
Yeah.
I'm OG, okay?
Yeah, that's awesome.
So my brother helped me set up an account, and I don't remember why, but my name was Pox. Like I wanted to be Pox, and then it was like, you know how it gives you those like suggestions for names and just adds a
Yeah.
bunch of numbers at the end. So it was like Pox 217. So that was like my first name, and then in high school, one of my friends, he would always go, Poxonlox, what's up, baby? Like just for, I don't know why, but he just said Poxonlox every time. Cause like even my friends call me Pox just cause I literally played so many video games. So he started calling me that. And then when I
Nice.
like started on Twitch, I was like, oh, I don't want to be Pox 217. Like that's so lame. And I was like Pox R6 originally or something. And I was like, what if I want to like not do R6? So I swapped over to Poxonlox. But yeah.
Nice.
And
That works,
Poxonlox
man.
was born.
It works good.
It's great. And I have like the handle on Twitter, on YouTube, on Twitch, on everything. So everything's just Poxonlox, just straightforward and easy.
It's
Yeah.
definitely
Does that
original.
buddy does he get royalties or anything for that name?
No, he actually got leukemia, which is kind of like a royalty, but
Oh.
awful.
Oh,
Yeah, he's okay now. He made it through. Yeah,
that's good.
he got
Right on.
he got in the last year of high school and had it for
That's good.
years. Like it was wild, but yeah, he's doing well now, so that's really good.
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 Yeah.
Props to him,
Good to
man.
hear.
Yeah.
heck yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, two things I wanted to ask, and I'll ask one first, and then someone else can go. But we talked about trading some Pox charms for a jersey. What if we up the ante just a smidge, just a smidge? 'Cause
Okay.
we have this sweet. Hold on, I got to put it on, so I might not hear you. But I got this OMG's hat that I think maybe we could trade for a Poxy hat. I don't know.
Oh,
What do you think?
I only have one Pox hat, but I mean, I could.
No,
I
I'm
c-
cool with charms, man. Like just to say that we're gonna do.
if I had a bunch of merch, I would definitely send you guys some. But I literally don't even have all my merch. But I might in the future.
Sure. I mean that's cool enough as it is. Like I wish we had a real store other than like Streamlabs. Nothing
Yeah, I
against
just
Streamlabs, but come on, guys.
I just set it up for fun. I mean, it was kind of like on a whim. I was like, let's make some merch and put it online, and then maybe if people will buy it, I don't know.
That's awesome.
So I did.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I've been eyeing that beanie. I'm like, I should.
Pox on shop. I like the beanie. I have the beanie. I have the beanie and the fanny pack right now. But and the t-shirt. But I'm waiting on the socks still. I'm getting those socks. Yeah, and
Gotta get
then
them socks.
once you have a certain amount of orders, they'll like send you more. But I've only had like 2 orders so far. So I mean, hey, 2 orders is pretty good. I'll take that. That's better than none.
That's
Gotta
right.
get them socks on locks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, the Pox socks.
exactly.
Pox
Pox on socks.
Socks.
There you go.
Hashtag
Right.
Pox on socks. We want royalty.
Right.
They're already called that. They're already called Pox on socks.
There
you
you
go.
go.
Yeah, Day late, a dollar short there.
Yeah.
The lightning struck twice.
Story of my life.
It was a tough one to come up with. It was really, took me days of thinking to come up with that one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay,
What
so
do you-
someone else go ahead. Ask a question.
Yeah, before I do too, does anybody else want to ask him anything?
I mean, I will. I was just, I was kind of curious, like what kind of things you're looking forward to coming up, like, as far as R6, or as far as like maybe a new game that you got your sights locked type thing.
What am I looking forward to? I mean, right now the biggest thing on my mind is the Invitational, because that's like, what is that? Like 3 weeks away, and so I'm freaking pumped for that.
Yeah.
And then after the Invitational would be the new season release for R6. Outside of like other games, not really. I mean,
Much.
maybe the Hogwarts game. Have you guys
Yeah.
seen that?
Talk about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that.
ordered.
Nope.
I don't even
Yeah,
have a
it's cool.
console, but my brother got a PS5 for Christmas. He's like, yeah, you can just like buy games and play them if you want. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Right
Maybe
on.
something a little more tame. I doubt I even spend time on it, but
What house?
Do you play?
I
You
don't
play
know.
other games besides R6?
I not really. I mean, I play I play Fortnite a little bit with my friends. What else? Let's check the Steam. Yeah, that's about it. Like Fortnite once every 3 weeks. Let's say. I mean, by the time I like finish the day, like I've either been editing all day or just like at my computer playing games or whatever. So like most of the time I'm just like not, I don't even feel like it at that point.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. So
Yeah.
at this point, you still do all your own editing, or is that something you're looking at outsourcing in the future? Or
Yeah, I had an
what are
editor
your
for a
plans
little
there?
bit, and he was good. He was a good editor. I liked what he did. I liked his stuff. I just like found that once I got an editor, I started doing this thing where like because I have the editor, I don't have to do work. So it was like I would make the video, record the video, send it to my editor, and be like, okay, well this video is coming out tomorrow, and I'm only uploading 3 times a week or whatever. So like I have nothing left to do today, and then I like wouldn't do anything. So I was basically paying an editor to do stuff that I could have done with the time. So I just started editing my own videos again, just because like it wasn't even worth spending the money on it, because I just found that I was just doing less work that I could be doing rather than just like sitting around like watching TV shows or whatever. So maybe in the future, I mean, if I wanted to upload more, like I'm only uploading like twice a week right now, which I really like the pacing of that. But like if I wanted to do like 4 videos a week or 5 even, then like I could get an editor or 2. It's just like it's just so much work.
It's quite
Yeah, like just like being creative, like finding 5 creative ideas for a week is so hard, like so hard. And then like at the same time, like I like editing my own videos. Like I like being able to control everything. Maybe I'm just a control freak.
That's
I like being able to like pick out every single detail that I want and have it in the video.
Yeah.
right. You have your own style, and
Yeah.
that way, if someone comes up and says, "Hey, man, love the video this week," you can actually go, "Yeah, this is what we're talking about."
Right.
Instead of blindly like, yeah. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I do that one?
Did you like that
I
2-second
think I
zoom in of
watched
my
it,
face
yeah.
at that one point?
Right.
Oh, looks like we got
Coco
another
has
question.
a question. Yeah. If Ubisoft allowed you to develop a totally new operator for R6,
Ooh.
what would their special ability be?
Oh
Mm,
my
I like
gosh.
that.
This will
That's
take
a
some
cool
thought.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. I think wow. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's okay,
Literally,
too.
people have asked me this on stream too, and I'm just like, I literally just make up the most ridiculous thing because like I just don't have any idea. Like somebody who like shoots turds out of their hands, like like literally, like that's instantly where my mind goes.
It's got to be
yeah.
the rainbow, right?
Do you guys have any good ones?
Oh,
shoot
dude.
Skittles?
No,
Skittles,
yeah,
yeah.
he's
There
got
you
a
go.
net gun, and then
Nice.
he knocks him down. You can shoot him in the head easier.
Oh,
Stop
net
moving.
gun would be sick. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing that one. That's what I
There you
want.
There you go.
A net gun. That'd be cool.
Toastman
crap.
said he would buy the shooting turds one as well.
Yeah,
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
On board.
All right. Well, maybe they'll come out back to back.
There you
So
go.
you heard it here, everybody. Ubisoft, if you're listening, shooting turd operator.
If they ever introduce a shooting turds operator, like I'm gonna be really pissed because like they
Right.
completely stole my idea. You know.
Yep, right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Right.
Royalties.
Turd shooting operator.
Yep.
I heard a long time ago there, Siege was talking, they basically wanted to try to get to 100 operators in total, and this is back when we had very few.
Right.
And now they're getting there. There's so many damn operators out all the time, and now I've heard a lot of people recently in social media and stuff like that talking about, having an R6 too, but most of us know who followed R6 for a long time that ain't gonna happen. They're gonna just keep pumping these operators out until
Yeah.
they, and adding more maps, But what do you think of that? You think they're just going to keep going with the one, and or do you think we'll ever
I
do an
feel like
R6 too?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Rainbow Six is like the one game that Ubisoft makes money off of, right? So I think they'll just keep doing what they're doing. I mean,
Yeah.
R6-2 would be nice. I mean, there'd be a lot of things that they could fix. Like, I don't think we need more operators, but at the same time, like, Ubisoft makes money from bringing out new operators, so I don't expect them to change that.
Right.
And I'm fine with that. Like, I'm fine with new ops every season. Like, I'm fine just keep pumping out ops. I don't know. It changes the game, I guess. It makes it fun as long as they're not like horrible. Like some
Had it set in my
operators.
mind that it,
Like
yeah, yeah.
Right.
And like I definitely wish that they would actually change like specific stuff about the operator rather than just like balance off of guns, which they do all the time. But you know, that's being picky, I think, at that point. So just let them do their thing. I'll play the
Well,
game.
so many people play the game. Like a lot of guys find ways to break that game, man, one way, shape, or form,
Oh,
and they
yeah.
got to constantly be updating things because we'll take advantage of every little thing they miss by
Right.
far.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Take
And they
advantage
make
of it for 8 months until they fix it.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, just for me alone, they make a ton of money off me on skins and new
Oh, really?
operators, and oh yeah, dude,
Nice.
I buy half that, I buy most of it, if it's cool,
Yeah,
you
fair
got
enough.
to grab it, for sure. You want to look because you want to have somewhat of an individual look on there, or at least
Yeah.
have the better legendary at the end or something like that. So
True,
especially if you
true.
play it a lot.
I feel like I've played
was-
for so long that I have so much
of it.
stuff. Like I feel like all my operators are cool in some way that I don't even need anymore. But like that being said, I like got a lot of. I probably spent a lot of money over the like past 5-7 years. What do you mean 8 years?
Yeah.
So
I seen a video showing how they have stuff they'll never come back out with again, right? Like one instance is like Capcan, or sorry, no, Capitao. They have a skin that shows his eye without a patch, his dead eye, right? And
Oh.
like if you have that, that's one that nobody else will. They're never going to bring it back out again. They always cover the eye, but they for a short time they let out the skeleton one. It's got half a skeleton with his dead eye showing. So if you have that, you're lucky. There's one for Buck that's all blue that if you got that, you're lucky, right? They're never going to bring it back out again. So sometimes it's nice buying those skins when they come out and then finding out they're actually rare, but
yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I've
Yeah.
never thought about it that way, but that's interesting.
yeah.
You've got to your big Tonka truck.
More funny.
I love the names that we get,
Right.
guys. It's so fun. Do you agree that Ash should be buffed to be a headless horsewoman and have infinite breach charges and be able to fly?
Jesus.
Yeah. Why not?
Challenge.
Infinite Ash breach charges or like regular breach charges?
Probably
Imagine if-
breach
Yeah.
charges.
It'd be pretty cool if Ash could fly. Just levitate.
Yeah.
Just-
Right.
A
We
little
don't
bit
need
like Chris
to go
Angel.
in. I'm just gonna blow him up from the outside, so it's fine. It's fine.
Yep.
It kind of sucks they slowed down a few operators that weren't so
Yeah.
slow. There's been a few things that made it tougher. But we don't get to take advantage of that kind of stuff as much as, people who are better at the game. So
Mhm.
it didn't make that big of a difference to me until they slowed them down. Now I'm like dragging my fat butt across the map if I'm using them, Seems
about
to
Sledge?
take a little longer. Yeah, Sledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Yep.
the-
I actually
Yep.
actually like the speed
Okay.
changes, especially
Yeah.
the ADS one. Like Bro,
Yeah, it's like, see,
people were so good at just like smoking you by just being like mechanically gifted into oblivion. But like, I don't know, Siege isn't that game to me. Like to some people that was Siege. Like it was like peek everything, shoot everyone. But like that's not how Siege is to me. So I really like that like everything is slower now. And it's less like gunfight heavy and it's more like strategy heavy. You know, if you wanna win a gunfight, like maybe you're just bringing a shotgun and going right up close, and they can't swing you at the speed of light, so that you miss your shotgun. Like you're gonna win the shotgun fight because they're slower now, or whatever. So you can do that stuff. But Sledge being on 1 speed is Sledge and Mute is tough. I mean, because Sledge you're getting nitroed, you know, you take forever to move across the map. Mute you have such a long setup, and
yes.
and you're slower. Like that sucks, but I get it. Like they were both good, but that kind of brings me back to just being like just change their abilities. Like stop balancing them off their speed and guns. You know.
Yeah.
I loved the
Yeah.
ADS thing, how they made everybody move at the same speed, aiming
Yeah.
down sights. I loved that.
Yeah.
Like
Me too.
that evened things out quite a bit, and I thought that was great. You know,
I was kind of bummed they slowed down Malou. Kind of felt she was kind of like a decent roamer, as in Gabby.
True. I actually like that change. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, once they slowed down Malusi, I just started destroying with her. Like I was garbage
Yeah.
with Malusi. And then as soon as she became a 1 speed, I was like, dude, Malusi is crazy. I'm so good. Like I just sit on site and beam everyone off my wubs and I just tank damage and it's awesome. Like I don't know why, but I could like I swear the gun got better by making her slower. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh,
One of my other questions, I guess, would be, you know, for people that are just jumping into the game or people that have been playing since day one, what would you say like is the number one thing, in your opinion, to make yourself better, like to get up to that next level, to go to the next rank, whatever it might be? Is it, you know, something like map knowledge, or just know how to use your guns, being comfortable with your controls? Like,
For new players?
Yeah, for anybody really.
For anybody, well, if you're a new player, I would say you definitely gotta learn the maps and what the operators do. Like that's priority number one. Is like learning the maps, learning the angles, learning the operators, learning what goes to where and where a wall leads to, what's on the other side of a wall, basically. For players that are like have played for a while or like no understand all that, it just comes down to if you want to actually get better, like watch your own gameplay back. Like just watch your own gameplay, whether you win around or lose around, figure out what you could have done better and just learn from that. Like watching your own gameplay, you'll just be like, dude, why was I doing that? Like it's actually just like it's stunning how much you miss when you're actually in the moment. And when you watch it back, you just like you actually like I still feel like an idiot when I watch my games back because I'm like, how did I not even like realize that?
yeah.
So if I think I'm feeling like an idiot watching my own gameplay, like I know everybody else has got like most people have got to be like thinking the same thing if they do it as well. You just see so much more that way, and like you can learn from your mistakes way better because you're aware of them.
especially if you watch them off Siege, and then you can see the top down, and you can see where everybody's at. You're like, oh god, if I would have known that guy was right there, you know, around the corner.
Yeah, I mean
you
that one
know?
that might be a little more
That's a tough one.
harmful because like
Yeah,
you have
because
like hindsight's 50-50. But if you're watching your own gameplay, you could be like, oh, this guy came around the corner and killed me, but I should have droned. Like if I droned that guy, I wouldn't have done that and I wouldn't have died. So then you're kind of like, oh well, I need to drone more, or you know, I need to check my corners or whatever. But like if you if you see the setup, you're like, oh my gosh, if I went right here, we would have won the whole round. Like there was no possible way you could have known that. So that part's not on you.
Right.
But I know what you mean. Yeah.
yeah, it makes it tough to look at. You're like, dang
Yeah.
it, man.
Yeah.
Because you'll never know by watching it.
Yeah,
you
literally.
know, you're like, I'll never know that, but damn it, if I would have, you know, could have finished it all. Because I check those out all the time just to see what everybody else is doing on my team, you know, see where they're at and what
Fair
they're
enough.
doing, running around, stuff like that.
You bring in
We
the
just
notes to the next session.
Try not to do too much. Kind of let them go at their own thing for the most part. I don't give too many critiques on their gameplays.
That's good.
Because I don't want it on. I mean, I have no room to talk, Pox. That's what I do. So, like, even when they'll be like, "Oh, it's Swoop's corner. We're doing the setups, dude." Like, that's all I know. I'm like I know how to set the damn room up and where I should be from what you've said, in the thing. But other than that, I'm like, shit. I'm hoping and praying. I keep my gun up where it's supposed to be, and I swing on these guys before they swing on me. I'm
Right.
trying not to face peek too much right now off
Yeah.
of watching your stuff. I'm like, dude, drone. Like, I'm gonna drone out and not face
Drones
peek
are
every
crazy,
damn
man.
window.
Drones are
you know.
crazy.
Yeah, they're helpful a lot. I'm using them a lot more now. And then barbed wire. I'm starting to want to use barbed wire
Oh,
all the
yeah.
time because placed in the right spot gives you a huge heads up. They're coming up the stairs, or
Yeah.
they're not. They're turning a corner here, and so I just haven't been using my utilities enough. We've been talking about it after our last play session. Like, I'll
Fair
go
enough.
into a room and die, and I have 2 damn flashbangs in my pocket.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, stop,
I-
damn it, I just don't use it.
I like the idea about droning more too. I've found myself honestly like you're sitting there just waiting because you can hear them, right, and they're coming down this hallway type, and then you're sitting there, you think perfect position to find them, and then all of a sudden you hear them drop a drone, or you hear a drone running at you. It makes you
Right.
second guess what you're about to do, right? You might jump
Yeah.
out earlier, you might run out or run off type. It's kind of another, I don't know, another piece of trying to figure it
The
out.
guys in our level too, Fox, like they'll do the things they would never do in yours, like
Right.
they'll drop hatch right in the middle of a room with 3 guys standing in it,
Yeah. Yeah.
like we just I explained it to these guys. I heard an analogy the other day of like this pro boxer was saying that when you're an amateur boxer and you get in the ring, it's just mayhem. Like, stuff's just coming at you from all directions, right? And as you get better and you become a pro, you narrow it down to it's right hand, left hand, right? That's all you have to worry about is just left hand or right hand instead of all this wild stuff.
Right.
Like, you get down, and we're in the amateur ranks where the shit's just coming out of
Yeah.
everywhere. And so it's a little harder to be like to always be looking in the right direction.
Literally.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. It's super
Little
tough
bit.
in that position because like at least if I'm down in that rank and somebody does something like completely ridiculous, I can compensate with my aim, right? Like, I can be like, that was really dumb, but like I can punish you because I have better aim.
Yeah.
Like, and at the same, it's just tough when you're actually like at the same level as those people, because then it's like, holy crap, like it's so hard to know what's right and what's wrong, right?
Yeah. And they start giving you into bad habits.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. Yeah,
that.
that too.
You're going to have to kill as you move up because that's going to stop happening more and more, or less and less, or it's going to start the other things start going more and more. I know I don't want to step on V's, but when we all watched you end up having to cut your hair, man, right? Like, we saw that
Yeah.
because you were cruising through people, right?
Yeah.
You're just like start out the bottom, you're just like, oh, dude, you're just banging away, right? Oh, if
Yeah.
I lose, I'll shave my head bald, Great freaking content at the end, not knowing you're gonna have to shave your
Yeah.
damn head. But how, are you gonna grow it all back out? You gonna keep it shorter? What you gonna do, man? How'd you feel about that at the time?
Bro, that game was that was the ultimate that was the worst. That was the worst it could have been. And that was the only situation where I was going to have to lose and shave my head. It was like, I got unlucky a couple rounds and died. And then I did really good the rest of the rounds. But then my teammates were literally the worst compared to the other team. So it was like, even though I got 3 kills, it was like, we lost the 4v2 twice. And I died unlucky 2 rounds. So it was just like, everything was against me that game. And yeah, I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, my hair was too long anyway. I think I'm gonna keep it short now.
You were such a good sport about it, though. I remember watching it live on Twitch, and I was messaging the others. I'm like, I'm watching Pox. He's gonna shave his head if he loses. and literally, as I was typing that out, you're like, no.
Yeah, actually embarrassing. Embarrassing gameplay by my teammates.
I just remember seeing the chat just blow up right at that.
Yeah.
Those last 30 seconds of you going, no, and then just boom, choke defeat or whatever, and then you're just like, oh my god, here we go. And
what rank was that in?
That was in bronze.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, if I
See?
lose in bronze, I'll shave my head. And that was the only game I lost in copper, bronze, and silver combined. I didn't even lose in silver. I lost in
Oh my
bronze, but not
God.
silver. Like that
Oh,
was
man.
just
Oh
that was
no.
a complete bottom, complete low. Yeah.
Oh.
Hey,
But it
that's
made
what makes
for
it.
such
Yeah.
a great stream, man. Like I was hooked. I was at work watching you, and I didn't get anything done that day, which is fine. But like it was just so awesome because I was just watching you and I was just hooked in because you're like, I'm gonna shave my head if I lose. And I
Yeah.
was like, is he gonna lose? Is he gonna lose?
That's the
Like,
bait,
just-
man. That's the bait.
Yeah,
that
right.
was just yeah, hook, line, and sinker because then
Gotta
I was
have the
messaging all my
stakes.
friends. I'm like, guys, Pox is gonna shave his head if this goes down this way, and everyone's like, no way, and few jumped on, and then you had to shave your head, but it was just
You were nervous about it too, which
I
like
was, yeah.
easily conveyed that that was not something you wanted to do, and you
Yeah.
were trying to get through that, and you got your solo queuing, if I'm not wrong, and
Yeah.
so you're depending on dudes in our category to like save your make and finish things off with you. Yeah,
That's the
and
thing
yeah,
that's the thing that sucks about rank 2.0 is like I can't do that now. Like I can't get on a copper account and go to diamond because like or to champ because like or diamond or champ or whatever because everything starts in copper, but you don't know what your hidden MMR is. So it's like I can start in copper but be playing champ. So it's like I'm just gonna play champs forever, and half of them will be cheaters, but I'll be in copper and it's just a mess. So it's like I don't know. I want to do it again, but it's like the flow and the structure of it all doesn't work as well. I don't think.
right.
Mm.
You'd have to create
Yeah.
an entire dummy account to do it.
Yeah, and
You
then it's like
know.
even then it's just I don't know. We'll
Yep.
see. We'll see.
Yeah, we definitely run into teams that are just passing through. Like they're not there to stick around.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
just passing through. They freaking like peeking from the get go. They're jumping out the windows, nailing it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's we're like, oh crap, we got some sweaty ass bastards. Yeah, let's like
Here we
try to
go
stay
again.
alive. Yeah, try to stay
Yeah.
alive. Dude.
Yeah.
That's
It makes it
it's
fun though.
it is, but at the same, it makes it frustrating too, because like you said
Yeah.
earlier, it's a strategic game, right? That's what kind of hooked me from the start is that there's not another game out there like this that is this kind of. I mean, could be toxic or it could be very very lucrative, depending on the skill level and the play.
Yeah.
I like it because it's hard. I like things that are tougher to learn.
Yeah.
Like a small example would be like wave runner and a jet ski. Like give me the jet ski, right? The stand up. Like it's harder to get up on. It's harder to turn. It's harder to learn. I want that one. I don't want something just everybody can jump on and do. I like feeling like I accomplished something to be there. And Siege gives me that. Like the kills are satisfying.
Yeah.
Satisfying to sweep up 3-4 people. Even a couple. Like it feels good. And so that keeps me coming back all the time. I love how hard it is. And the competition, it definitely makes it a lot more fun than, something, say, like no offense to any of the other games, but say like a Call of Duty style where you can just hop in and you pretty much know where to go on the maps, like a big open layout. It's not hard to figure out. This has got so many levels, so many maps. They've changed them on us a few times. Even the maps we knew, they've restructured them, put walls in, put room, things in places that we had to relearn. And it's constant progression. And I really like that part of it, man. It makes it fun. No matter what level you're at, it's just fun to feel like you're mastering something or even getting better at something,
Right.
as you go. So it gives you that sense of accomplishment. I really appreciate that part of the game. So thanks to the makers on that. Keep that going.
For sure. And
But
you can get on and play and feel like an absolute hero, or just want to break your damn computer.
Yeah. I think that's the best part too. But like sometimes, or at least like I kind of envy you guys a bit because you guys always have that like level of competition. I feel like minus the people that come and just like dumpster you and move on. But like some days they just get on and you're just like smoking everyone, or it's cheaters, and it's just like it's not very often anymore that you find people that are like very into the game and like as committed as like me and other content creators. So like because it's our job obviously, but a lot of people just don't play because there's so many cheaters, they just stop playing. So all the really good players don't play. So it's like you're almost missing that that like competition and that like intensity, right? which kind of sucks because it's like it doesn't feel like you need to get better because you just like shit all over everyone and get champ and then that's it and you're at the highest rank and you're kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I miss that. I miss that a little bit. I mean, I still get every now and then, but not as much anymore.
There's
Get
fewer
an
people up in
Xbox.
your area too. You know, like the higher up you go, the less people there are to play against. You know what I mean? Like there's only
Yeah.
so many
Oh
people that are
yeah,
that good.
yeah.
You know, down where we are, everybody's down there, so we can't. You know, we're playing half the world. That was
Yeah,
playing
like I
Siege,
literally can't play the game before noon, or I will not, or even like 1 or 2, or I won't find a game, right?
That's crazy.
So, and if I do,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
just gotta
cheaters,
wait
and I go to
forever.
a different server, wait, queue for 20 minutes, it's cheaters again. Go to a different server, queue for 20 minutes, cheaters again. Like it's like, oh my, it's just it's a headache. But I'm sure if I played it like this time, like if I started my stream at this time and stream till 1 a.m., like I would probably get games and probably be able to play without cheaters as often because everybody's on, right? Or everybody's done work and everybody's like playing for the night. But like I just can't do that. Like I can't go to bed at like 2 a.m. It's just I feel like shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have certain hours you work, and then you're like, I'm gonna be done by this time every day and do my thing, you know, or
Yeah, it depends
you
on the
just kind
day.
of hop on whenever you feel like it?
I usually start at like 6 or 7. That's usually the go time. 7, 6, 7, 8. It's been like 6, 7, 8 kind of. And then I'll go till usually 5, 4 or 5. Like some days it's 3, some days it's 5, some days I have to finish a video and it's 8 o'clock at night or whatever. But outside of that, not really. It
About
really
done
just
an
depends on
interview?
what I need to do. Yeah, yeah. I made a special occasion for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
Yeah, we
appreciate it,
appreciate
man.
that.
We really
No,
appreciate
yeah, for sure. No, it's all good.
Oh yeah, thanks.
These guys make me stay up till 2 every night. Yeah.
it.
Damn, that ain't right. That ain't right.
Yeah, we're definitely
Okay.
spread out from West Coast to East Coast, and Calder's as far as you can get
Oh,
east.
true.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Yep.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
we started a good time that's good for us West Coasters, and then the rest of them have to just like deal with it.
We can
Like,
Yeah.
sorry, you
Yeah.
got to work in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
everything in life is a commitment.
That's fair.
That's right.
That's fair.
Glucosamine has a question. He says,
I
"Pox,
think we could ignore that one, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
were you one
Yes,
man
yes,
and
yes.
you guys are hair neon? What's the handicap?
So the question is, will Calder dye his hair blue?
That's
Uh-huh.
basically the question.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll
Yeah.
get on the controller. I'll get on console controller. And we'll see.
Yeah.
You could own me, or I could drone you
There's
and shoot you through the
almost-
floor.
Almost.
Oh man.
I'm. I'll consider it, I guess.
Nice.
It'd be like dye the hair next morning, shave it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
I work from home, and I don't have to be on camera for work that often. So, oh
go.
no, I don't know. I don't know.
Just wear a hat.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be
My
fine.
head's too damn big for a hat. I got a Paul Rudd head syndrome.
Dang. It's too bad. It's tough.
Plus Calder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say when we picked Calder up and added him to the team, like I'm like, yeah, we play Siege, dude. You know, I want you to come play. And he's like, dude, like he didn't play Siege, right? Like not maybe a couple times he like gave it a shot, but it wasn't like let's play Siege. And so he's been on basically a grind on his own just to try to like figure things out. And then from the get go, he's like, I want to roam. I'm like, oh crap, you know, like, and he's actually done pretty good, dude. Like,
Yeah.
he's a
Nice.
smart guy, and we knew that coming into it. He's, you know, he doesn't look it, but he's actually a really smart guy. And
He's pretty smart.
Yeah, he picks things up really fast, and he's proven to do that. So he's been a help for sure. But again, he loves the chat as like more than he always keeps up on that. And so there'd be times he's just answering questions and hanging out with chat, and then we're like, the rest of us are like, Calder, get your ass in here, like return to base, dude. RTV.
now.
Do you guys run strats on defense? Like, do you have defense strats you run?
Yeah. So I
Yours.
steal them from you. Yeah, I
Oh,
steal them
nice,
from you.
nice.
A
Okay.
lot. I mean,
Yeah.
they're the base.
I feel like
for
you
it.
could do better, but yeah. I mean,
So
in general, it should be pretty easy since you have 5 guys. Like, you should be able to cover all the bases of what you need to cover. Like, in general, like you probably just want 1 or 2 people on site, and then
Mhm.
3 people, either like 1 deep lurker and 2 people kind of like lurk in the staircases or around the site, like that they can get back. But then, like, if you just cover those areas, like you'll just kill people that just walk into you. Just sit around a corner and wait.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm
Nice.
sure I
We've
don't
been-
know. I don't know if that helps at all.
we've been trying to work
Absolutely.
on map control, like
Yeah,
stuff you say.
yeah.
You tell us, you put out in your own videos, like get control of these, even get map control and where to open everything up, where to put the footholds, where to put the rotates, that
Right.
stuff. But again, like I'll do this on Sunday, and I'll spend a few hours just like going in and rerunning it on my own over and over until I can get on stream and like teach it to these guys in 20 minutes, and expect them to like totally remember it, and they don't always. They
Right.
do a great job for the time we spend on it, but again, like Veritas said earlier, that freaking map will not come up, dude. Like we won't see it for
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah, true, yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it ends up being more for the people who are watching to like catch some footnotes of where to put those holes and what to do. And I usually say, hey, I stole this from Pox, or I stole this from Atheno, so props to them, for our
That's
Sunday
cool.
setup.
That's
Yeah.
cool, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys do, your stuff works beautifully, man.
That's good.
And it
That's
helps
good.
us out a ton. It helps us out a
Nice.
ton, dude. And
Oh,
they
yeah,
do. They're like,
sure.
we do refreshers on them. Like I'll rerun that map, and I'll come back to it, a couple weeks later, and we'll refresh again on that same room, on Villa Kitchen or freaking Aviator,
Right.
Villa. We have the clubhouse set up down now for the most
Nice.
part. We've run it enough times, and then also got to play it enough times. Everybody can run through and make the holes in the floor, like looking down in all the motorcycle room and the door coming out of bar and all those spots. Now we just need to add like throwing barbed wire on the stairs down low and
Yeah.
know they're coming up and things like that.
It's coming together.
But constantly adding in. Yes, it is
That's
getting
good.
better.
That's
It's
good.
getting better all the time. But it is because I get on, and all of us get on and we watch your kind of stuff, dude. Your stuff, Atheno's stuff, and you like your shorts. Like I'll get stuck on YouTube, and your shorts are nonstop for me. Like they'll just come through. Like, this is how you set up this room. This is how you do that.
Nice.
And so they're like, keep that stuff up, because for the rest of us, it helps us out a ton. Like, thank you for that, dude. Thanks
That's
for
good
taking
to
the
hear.
time to put those up, dude.
All I ever get are like the like, well, especially on the shorts and the TikToks, it's just like comments just being like, yeah, this is fucking obvious. Like, yeah, you're an idiot or whatever. Like, so I never like, well, sometimes we're like, oh, this is great, but I never know if they actually work for people. Cause like, I feel like they must not. Like, I feel like some people must like just like not use them right. Or like a lot of time they won't work if you like mess something up a little bit or like play it a little bit wrong. Like Siege is a fragile game. Like I could tell you a strat, but it doesn't mean it's gonna work if you make a small error, right?
Yeah.
So that's nice to hear. It's nice to hear.
You've mentioned that kind of stuff in some of your videos too, that you could do everything right and you can still lose in this
Oh
round,
yeah,
like
for
in
sure.
certain ones. Like it's still up to you to make those last minute decisions,
Yeah.
and swing on the dude at the right
Yeah.
time, stuff like that, but yeah, they give us a gameplay on where to start,
Right.
and then where to stand, where to be for some of us.
Mhm.
And that makes half the battle right there. And then from there, we can kind of figure out what the other guys are doing,
Yeah.
and try to adjust,
Build off of it.
So,
Yeah, exactly. Nice.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, works well, man. Yeah, keep those things coming.
Cool.
So I was going to ask you one other thing. Like, obviously, when you're not streaming, dude, what do you do to blow off steam and have fun, man? Like, like that? And
Mm-hmm.
have you taken any big vacations since you've been doing all this, dude? Like,
No, not yet.
no, you still just hanging out and doing work all the time?
Yeah. when was the last vacation I took? I don't even. I took like I take weekends off. Sometimes I take like 4-day weekend or whatever. For Christmas I took a little bit off, but yeah, I don't know. I'm excited this year. I got a lot of vacations this year. Going to Texas for a wedding, going to Invite in Montreal, Invite in February, Montreal in February, same thing. Going camping for a week this year, like doing a bunch of stuff this year. So I'm looking forward to that. But when I'm not like doing that stuff, like skiing, do a lot of skiing. Yeah, just chilling
How's
mainly
the
just
weather
like
been for you up there
recovering.
this year?
Cold or no, it hasn't been too cold. It's snowed a lot. It snowed a few different times. It's snowing right now. So we have a lot of snow, which is nice. Good for skiing.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
year's been weird down here in the States, man. Like places are getting snow that never get snow, and there's been freaking blizzards that have like caused people to not be able to move their car for 2 weeks in different areas depending on where you
Damn.
live. And yeah, the
Yeah.
weather's just been a little nutty this year, so I was curious.
We
So
had
I didn't know
one
if you
really
were on
big
the east or the
storm.
west.
Yeah, I'm on the east. We had one really
Oh.
big storm that was like right before Christmas. I think it was Christmas Eve or like the day before. But like freezing rain and then like a ton of snow and then like freezing rain and like just terrible. Yeah, it was just rough. Like we're like driving to my parents' house for Christmas Eve and then we're just going like half the speed because it was so bad. But yeah, besides that, just like weirdly warm. Like we I went skiing with my friend the first like big snowfall and it was like -2 between -2 and like 2 from the top to the bottom of the mountain. So it was like you'd go to the top, it was all fog, and then it was raining on the way down. And by the time you get to the bottom, there's no snow and you're like hot and wet. And it was like disgusting. It was like the worst skiing conditions ever. But it was fun. I mean, we made the best of it. But yeah, I've been
Is there
skiing
mountains close
since.
by where you go, or is it a long drive for you to get out to go ski?
That one was in Quebec. That was Mont Tremblant. So it was like a 2 hour drive. Um, my parents had like a timeshare there for the week, and we stayed like one night there, and then went skiing the next day and drove home. Um, but it was not too bad.
Do you speak any other languages being up there?
Nah,
Like I know, no, yeah,
nah.
I don't either, man. I ain't know nothing
French, if
either.
anything, but I don't speak French.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was alluding to. Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
there are some places that do speak it quite a bit
yeah.
up
All
there.
of
So
Quebec is like all French, which is like we don't have states, we have provinces, so it's like Quebec's right beside Ontario, which is where I live. So it's like this is Frenchy land, you know.
heck yeah.
That's where
dude.
Invite's at too in Montreal. That's in Quebec, so everybody speaks French there, but pretty much everyone speaks English too. So yeah.
So you're heading to that Oh, go ahead. Last thing, you're heading to that invitational. Do you have your team set up already, obviously? And then, like, do you guys like practice together, work together in the meantime, heading
Like
into this thing?
team? Oh, we're not
Yeah.
playing. I'm just going to watch.
Oh,
I'm
really?
going as
Okay.
I'm going as a
My bad.
just as a spectator. So I'm going to watch, just like say hello to everybody. I'm going to the like the panels beforehand. They Ubisoft invited me out to go to the panels and stuff. So I get to test out the new season, like give my feedback on it and stuff, and then the events after that. So it's gonna be like a week. Yeah. But
I was
I'm
actually
looking
going
for
to ask that question if they reached out to you because you're, to us, you're like the biggest name out there.
Yeah, your opinion matters.
I'm the biggest name out there.
Yeah, you're my favorite Canadian. I'm just saying.
Oh, I thank you. I mean, yeah, they reached out to me. I think it's mainly just like I think I'm I mean, besides Jinxie now and Frankie. You ever seen Frankie? I'm Diamond One. I mean, everybody knows him. They're pretty big on TikTok now, but before they got like they just like blew up out of nowhere. Jinxie has like 600K now, and I like passed them at one point, and I was like, oh, I'm just like the highest followed TikTok creator for Siege, and I was like, that's pretty cool. So I think just the large TikTok following and like the way my content is structured, I think Ubisoft just likes it because it promotes their game and it's tips, it's help people improve, help people get better, and the game's complex, so they like that. So I think they just kind of like me because of the style of my content. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
we
nice.
enjoyed it, man. Like, we look it on YouTube, we're looking on, all TikTok and all that stuff to like get some of those strats down and ideas. You know, I'm a huge alibi player now because of some of those strats that you've done.
Nice.
Using the bailiff and everything like that, and it's actually
Yeah.
come in clutch quite a bit. And I'm really excited to see what else that you come up with that stuff.
I found that like I'm just not using shields anymore. Like I just run alibi impacts and smoke barbed wire, and like I feel like shields just aren't that good right now. Is that weird?
Huh?
No, man, because I've seen how useful they are.
Yeah.
Like just watching you guys use them and listening to you and people like Atheno say, you know, like that's how you know they're coming, dude. Like you can hide behind the shield or you can know they're coming.
Right.
Right. So it seems to be the better play, and it's actually it works really well. I've been
Yeah.
trying to use it myself, dude. Like good tips. Those are great tips.
Nice.
So
So there's a question from Veritas891.
who's that?
Would you take a vacation with your
that
5
weird?
newest best friends to TwitchCons?
To be determined.
Dude,
When is
we'll
it?
take
Like
it, man.
in what month is it?
Like in
in?
October.
It's in
October.
early
Usually.
October.
Oh, potentially. We'll have to see. I'll have to see where I'm at
Do it.
around October. That's definitely what it comes down to.
Hey, we
If I
were
have
in shorts
an
and t-shirt in the
extreme
winter.
access of money and time, yes.
If
How's
we
that
We'll
sound?
take it.
If we came up with a fundraiser to get you there,
Oh my god, don't do that. Don't do that. No.
Right.
No, then I would definitely not go. I would not take your fundraiser money. You should fundraise for yourself, Theo.
Alright.
we're not that cool. We're not that cool.
Right.
You know, we're just a bunch of old guys that like to play, 2 to 3 times a week and have a bunch of laughs and eventually like get good at a game. Would be great, but no, man, like we would love the opportunity if like the stars aligned and everything and had you there, like, dude, we'd show you a good time. We would love to, like,
Yeah, I would love it. I would probably hang out with you guys the entire weekend.
We get a
Looks
house.
absolutely hilarious. We can't
Sounds like a
be
plan.
As long as we're getting fish bowls. That's all it
Yeah.
is.
Yes, obviously.
Nice, nice.
We cannot be in the same area for more than 48 hours at a time, just because Florida ordinance in San Diego that we
Yeah.
cannot have that
Oh
much
my
volume
God.
going. So
City
we'll have to split up the
municipalities
time a little bit, like
have asked
Yeah.
us not to.
day, but it would be so much fun. It
Yeah,
would
that does sound fun.
Yeah. Keep the bail money on standby. Good to go.
That's what the fundraiser's for.
That's
San-
content
Exactly.
right
That's
there.
the fundraiser part.
For Swoop's bail.
There, everybody. Chat, what if Poxonlox and the OMGs got
Hard.
like in the slammer together as a group?
Oh my god.
I'd protect you, Pox. You're
They
good.
deport me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, the headlines would be great. And plus the
Well, it would
content
just be
after
like
that-
Poxonlox arrested with a bunch of old people.
Who are these old dudes you're with?
Are these your
Poxon.
That's good.
Oh my
It'd be a
gosh.
great headline. Just saying, it'd be a great headline story.
Yeah.
Right.
Be framed in my household.
Right? Oh yeah, 100%.
I can't wait till the YouTube short going, I'm a professional Rainbow Six player and this is how I got deported.
No,
That's
I
good.
swear, officer, I have a charm. Look. It's
It's supposed to be
Oh,
here.
you don't even have the Pox gun buddy on right now as he's holding his
Right.
pistol to my forehead.
right.
Oh,
Right?
shit.
What the hell is
So
this shit?
lame. Pull one out of my fanny pack.
There
Put
you
this
go.
arm on your gun. You got 15 extra hit points. It's gonna
Yeah.
be fine.
Hey, I do know. We kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, but one of the gentlemen asked about your opinion on the extended barrel stuff.
Oh, I haven't even played the game yet. I mean,
No?
I think it's pretty. I made a video on the patch notes, but just kind of weird, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll be using it. It's definitely gonna be the meta. I mean, anything you have suppressor on, just throw extended barrel on, and then run the other attachments for guns with high recoil, and you're good to go. That's pretty much
I
'Cause I
loved
think-
it for a minute when they made the suppressors really like smooth. That was like only for a
yeah.
minute.
I mean, suppressor is still really good. I think it's just extended barrel is gonna make way more sense, and like plus. Like why aim for the head when you can aim for something 3 times the size and just shoot one extra bullet? Like it's gonna be crazy, especially on some guns. Like it's just gonna be wild. So I don't know.
That's a
We'll have
good
to see.
point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I mean, maybe if you're in pro league and you like everybody's shooting heads, like maybe like then it makes sense, I guess. But like even then, like you can still shoot people in the head, obviously. I don't know. I think it's just gonna be really strong, but I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
I need all the help I can get, so I'm gonna try it. You know, yeah,
We
for
already
sure.
did that. I already changed all my stuff around for.
Yeah.
Yeah, way to be.
See how it goes.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
You know, one of our strats is what we call the OMG LMG. So we're running LMGs, all of us, and
Oh
just
God.
hope the spray and pray method helps, or at least scares them a little bit. You know, like the first 10 seconds that we're attacking, you know, we just let loose on the trigger. and just
Everybody's
make sure,
empties
they
the.
know we're coming. You know,
That's
it's
awesome.
better than knocking on the door. And
Did you guys use
Yep.
recruit for that? Or I guess you're playing ranked probably. Eh?
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Because there's basically 5 operators that all can carry him on attack.
Nice.
You know, and so yeah, we just go violence of action as we call it. Right?
Do you just send it with the LMGs, or you just all
Yeah,
like unload all your
through the
utility
walls.
first?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
full
usually
send. Full send.
full send, dude.
Just let it go.
Because all I'm picturing right now is like Oregon bunker door. You open that up, like shoot capital bolts in there, throw in gridlocks, like flashbangs, grenades, whatever you have, and then you just like all go in, all shooting at every direction. Like it's unstoppable. You can't lose. You can't lose.
Just move as a
That's it,
unit.
yeah.
It's a-
Right.
it's a
You should patent that.
that it works.
Right.
Right? Navy SEAls.
Maybe that's our pro league move. Maybe that's what we'll call the Pox move. Is we do that. And
Nice.
There we
Dude,
go.
yeah.
And then
Can't
we'll
wait.
tag you on our TikToks.
All right.
on how well it goes. Or
Once you pull it off in Pro League.
Yeah, because we were doing all of that except for throwing our utilities. So now we'll
Yeah.
just add that in there first.
Yeah.
We'll shuck all the utilities through the doors, and then we'll go into the violence of action.
Yeah.
mode.
It'll be 10 times
Yeah.
better. It'll be great.
Yeah,
Real
definitely.
easy
You're
ad.
absolutely right. Thank you for that. It's the little things that matter, dude.
I want to see it.
Well, buddy, we're so glad you came on tonight. Thank you for all your
Yeah.
time, dude. It's been
Yes,
awesome.
thanks
It's been
for
fun to
having
hang
me.
out with you, man. It's been so
Yes.
fun to hang
It
out
was
with
a
you.
lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
You know,
It-
I have one question. Or Swoop, do you have one more? I thought you talked about one more. But
I've pretty much hammered him out, man. I feel like I've stolen him already, most of the time. So
geez,
Go
it's
ahead.
just been the Swoop and Pox. You know, Swoop Pox. If you want to just come.
I hate
Yeah.
texting, so getting to talk to him in person is way better than sitting in his chat trying to like get him to answer anything.
But,
Dude, it's so hard. It's so hard to talk to people through your chat. Like you can't understand. I'm like I feel like I'm 60 years old trying to read a chat. Like I don't even know what's going on half the time. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
what is going on?
like how long ago did this happen?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Like
you just get a reply that says like, yeah, man, or yes, and you're like, dude, I don't even remember what I said 10 seconds ago. Like how like
That's me, dude.
You know?
Oh shit.
yeah,
Right?
absolutely. And this is just a shameless thing that I have to ask, because we ask everybody that comes onto our show this question, and the question is, what was your first impression of our channel, and like how did you come across it, and what were your thoughts on that?
First impression. I mean, I think I already told you guys. Just like I was like, man, this is really cool. Like I came across from the literally the photo of you guys with Squish at TwitchCon, and I was like, oh, who are these guys? And I was like, these guys giving out a jersey to Squish, and I'm like, I don't know who these people are. So I went and looked at your guys' Twitter, and then I found your Twitch from your Twitter, and I watched some of you guys like just Twitch clip, and I was like, oh, 5 dudes, 5 dudes, one stream, and I was like, this is crazy. And I was like, it was so cool because I'm like watching, like it's just the one gameplay, but like I'm watching all 5 of you guys and you're all talking and I can see who's talking, and I was like, this is sick. Because nobody does that. Like I haven't seen that ever, so I was like, I just thought it was cool. And that was about it. I mean, then I was kind of like, oh, gotta go to work.
Oh, and these guys
Yep,
are
well-
garbage, so we'll just let that be what it is.
On with my life.
Yeah, literally. But I was like, that's sick.
Well, we
Nice. We appreciate
the,
that, man.
the 8 seconds that takes, because I mean that means a lot, man. It really does. And just the fact that you're on this channel with us, it just means the world to each one of us, and we really do appreciate your time.
Well, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the support, rocking the Pox charms and bringing me on. And it was awesome to get. Hey, sorry, my cat's scratching the door. It was awesome to like get to meet you guys. Like, it's great. I like to get to know you, and I feel like I've gotten to know you guys a lot better. So it's sweet. So I appreciate it.
Yeah,
man,
appreciate it too.
for sure.
Yeah, we'll talk
so-
about that one. You hear one?
Let's.
Here one.
The
Yes.
blue hair 1v1.
Oh
We'll have to
yeah,
schedule
yeah.
that.
You know, you could just forfeit and dye your hair blue. Like I'd be okay with that. Like
Yeah, I bet you would, man.
maybe I'm scared. Maybe I'm a little scared. Who knows?
You're worried about that 0.001% chance I win
Yeah.
on accident.
Yeah, Calder, just cook a grenade and just run at him.
Run at him.
Yeah.
Get us
Nice.
both.
That's a good. Yeah, could work. Could work.
Yeah, just Tygo to be.
Not if I have a pre-placed nitro on my body though.
Yeah.
Right?
Always cooking.
Oh
Always
my
cooking.
gosh. Oh man.
That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah.
That'd be
Nice.
awesome. Well, yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Chat, do you have any more questions for Pox? Now is the time because we value his time. Guys, we've been doing this for over an hour and a half, and
Yeah.
that's been
crazy.
Killing it.
It's been so great to have this conversation with you, man, and I hope that this relationship, this friendship can continue to grow. Like we're always watching your channel when you jump on, and just love to give you the support for sure.
Sure.
Yeah, we can continue to do so for sure, man.
Thank
We
you.
learned so much from you, and I can't believe how humble you are, man. You're just like so down to earth. I was expecting it, but I thought it wasn't. You're even more so than I thought, dude, which is awesome. So we'll be giving you as much support as we possibly can in the future, just because you deserve every bit of it, man. You've been doing a great job with everything you've done so far. So keep up the good work, and thank you so much, from all of us.
Thank you.
Wolf
really
has
appreciate
one
it.
question. Says, how do you feel about rank 2.0?
Yeah, I don't like it. I miss the old rank, but it's whatever. I mean, I don't want to complain too much. It's just it seems almost like pointless because it's the same rank system, but it's just like covered up in a blanket in a way. I don't think it really solves any problems, and yeah, it's just there's 10,000 champs now instead of 500, so it doesn't make sense. Either people are hard stuck in a rank or they're champion. Like that's it doesn't seem like a good ranking system. I think the other system was better.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll call it an evening for now. Pox, again, thanks so much for being here. We really do appreciate you and your time, and especially your content. And we look forward to the future and seeing what you pull out, man. Really excited for you.
Sure. We will be talking
Yeah.
at some point. I will.
man.
The friendship has started.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Official.
That's awesome, dude.
Full send.
Through. Let's go.
Yeah.
We'll see you at
Yeah.
TwitchCon 2023, baby.
Right?
Dude, we'll take care of
Yeah.
you, buddy.
No,
We'll take care of
no
you.
binding?
guarantees.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
Sweet.
Nice.
All right, guys. Well, chat, thanks so much for hanging out with us, having questions for Pox. This has just been such a fun little thing that we get to do, and can't wait to do more of these and have Pox on in the future, hopefully. So for now, we will see you guys later. But thanks again.
Everyone.
Bye-bye.